Don't even think it! These supplies belong to the Winterborn now!
too. Hope so.
House Halal.
Don't even think it! These supplies belong to the Winterborn now! Don't even think it! These supplies belong to the Winterborn now!
The clan peasants. Oh, you're the outsider who leaped into the bear's den to fight the Winterborn? Shan, the wood elf, mentioned you. Surprised you didn't end up all bruised and bloody like the rest of these fools. This is our home, not an amusement for your pleasure. And I appreciate that. Doesn't change the fact that I despise that you're here, though, sticking your nose in our business. The king's invitation, and what royal bag of snakes that is. Look, you have my thanks for saving those people. And as much as I hate it, I owe you a favor. But right now, I need to determine where they took the stolen supplies. Let me see that. We've been betrayed, and for gold, no less. By Malakath, I'll make sure someone pays for this. Look, I need to protect the next caravan to come through the Merchant's Gate. If you truly want to help Hrothgar, then you will help me. This note indicates that the traitor has interests in the city. I want you to track down this traitor and find our stolen shipments. The fastest way to get on my good side, and on Kurog's, is to expose the traitor and recover our supplies. I suggest you start your search in the inn. Gold and dark dealings often go hand in hand with drinking and celebrating. Don't disappoint me. I hate putting my trust in outsiders. Do everyone a favor and prove me wrong. Look for anything that would link this traitor to the note you found. Someone with a lot of gold to spend would be a good start. Then there are the Khajiit traders that were mentioned. How many of the cat people could there be in Orsinium?
This is never going to end, is it?
And with interest? About time. Maybe you finally sold some of those trinkets he loves so much.
I ain't complaining and I ain't asking questions. I'm just glad I finally got paid. It's a good day, friend. I've got gold in my pocket and a full mug in my hand. So what can I do for you? I don't see how that's any of your business. And if you're thinking of trying to rob me, well, think again. I need this gold for my daughter. Now leave me be or I'll hit you with my mug. Oh, why didn't you just say so? Being all mysterious and scaring a person half to death? So, why are you looking for Gulag? By Trinimax deformed toe, if this gold is illegal, my Shilha needs her potions. Alright, let's try this. If you forget all about what we were discussing, then I might have information that will help you. Do you agree? Right. You never heard this from me, but Gulag left here a little while ago to talk to those Khajiit traders. You know, the ones who showed up recently? And if nothing else, you should be able to smell him. He wears some kind of fancy fragrance, says it keeps the spirits docile. The Khajiit sold it to him. You ask me, it smells like a dead horker left out too long in the sun. Follow that scent and it'll lead you right to him.
I'll be at this. After what happened at the temple, I'm inclined to agree with you.
Good scent. It is almost enough to make this one want to stop dealing with him.
Arusha would agree, except for all the gold he gave us.
This bath is ours for as long as we want. I paid in advance.
You didn't have 2 gold pieces to rub together last time I saw you, Gulak. What changed?
Fortune happened, my lovely. And it fell right into my lap. Now come here and do the same and we'll both feel better. Ah. And who might you be? Go find another bathhouse. I hired this one for the entire day.
I'll let you deal with this, Gulak, darling. I'm going to go and get something to drink.
What's this about? If you aren't here to use the baths, it must be about my tonics. Well, I can assure you, my tonics are guaranteed to cure whatever ails you. Just takes time. And multiple applications. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a loyal subject of the king. I don't have anything to do with any damn Winterborn. No, I can explain. The people of this city, I made a deal for them. Gold from the Winterborn allows me to produce my tonics at a fraction of the cost. I'm doing this for the people. The outlying clans, they're enemies of this city and our king. Their chiefs refuse to accept the king's rule. They'd rather stay stuck in their old ways and traditions. Meanwhile, the poor of this city can't afford medicine. I'm saving lives. A small price to pay for a larger gain. I've been loyal to this city since before you outsiders started arriving. You have no right to judge me. Fine. What's the use? See what happens when you just try to help? The supplies were sent to Frostbreak Fortress. That's where the Winterborn warlord, Yorfan Iceheart, plans to regroup his forces. I'm sure he's guarding the supplies personally. It's good to meet like-minded individuals. You have my thanks. The poor of this city can take comfort in knowing they can afford the tonics they need. I'll find a way to repay you. Don't you worry about that.
Once again, welcome to Orsinium. I look forward to working with you on this grand endeavor. Ah, another traveler arrives in our grand city. Welcome, welcome. Are you one of the chosen? Do you bear the letter from the Forge Mother? I am a High Priestess of Trinimac, serving in Orsinium's temple. Like you, I'm here at the request of Forge Mother Alga to help revive the ancient traditions of truth, honor, and unity. I also greet new arrivals. Tell me, how is your journey? We've received similar reports. Just one of a series of unfortunate incidents that we plan to rectify. Orsimer soldiers and even the king himself are looking into this. King Korog believes that even those who refuse his rule must be cared for. Truly, perhaps we can still recover the supplies the clans need to survive the winter. The decision to invite outsiders to our land has already reaped untold benefits. Tell me, where have the Winterborn hidden the supplies? You located the stolen supplies and uncovered our betrayer. Trinimac surely sent you to us in our time of need. Take this reward for helping our people. And you must present yourself to Forge Mother Alga. Look, here she comes now.
It's one of the outsiders who responded to my invitation, High Priestess.
Yes, Grand Forge Mother.
Thank you, Solgra. I will speak to the outsider now. Come, outsider. We have much to discuss. So our ambassador finally found you. Took a damn time. But you're here now, and that's what counts. Welcome to Orsinium. Amazing how fast we rebuilt the place, isn't it? Orsimer can do anything when we work together. The damn Reachmen and their foul magic. It provides the Winterborn with an unlimited number of soldiers to send against us. Even so, our soldiers have dispatched all but one of their warlords. That bastard, Jothon Iceheart. Where are the supplies? Trinimac smiles upon us then. My son, King Kurog, has already traveled to Frostbreak Fortress to deal with Warlord Iceheart directly. Without a strong leader, the Winterborn threat will fade away. You must go and tell the king about the supplies. There are two things my son can't resist: food and battle. When he learned of Iceheart's location, he rushed to deal with the warlord personally. Help him end the threat and recover the supplies. The unification of the Orc clans depends on it.
buying and selling.
This work never ends.
If I can raise a little
You
gold,
walked into the
I'm on the
Crypt of
next
Hearts
caravan out.
and
To
survived?
oblivion with this place.
I don't believe it.
Here!
Who wants to pull the little plow today? Feeling strong, Slaga? Of course you are! I can't repair the fence without wood. But if I leave to get wood, you little furballs will run away, won't you? I want all the soldiers from all of the clans to circle the fort. Iceheart won't escape from me this time.
Our soldiers know what to do, Kurog. You can count on that.
Then maybe this victory will finally convince you and the other chiefs to fully accept my claim to the throne. You always just barge into the king's tent without so much as a by your leave? Who in the name of First Forge do you think you are, troll breath? So, you're one of the outsiders my mother's been harping about. I'm Kurog, king of the Orsimer. Welcome to my war. Your timing's perfect. I'm just finishing this damn fine leg of chubloon. You hungry? I do enjoy a good meal before a fight. It's a good thing that that's where we're going, then. This siege was taking too long anyway. Your Fawn Iceheart is the last of the Winterborn warlords, and frankly, I'm ready to be done with him. He knows we're coming. You bet your arse I told him we were coming. Fair's fair. They probably scared the ice water out of his veins. I want to see you in action. You lead, I'll follow. Now, let's go kill old Iceheart. Then we can return to Orsinium and feast. Find a way into that fort to get to Iceheart. Talk to the siege commanders and see if they can get us inside. need to find a way inside the fort.
Those catapults fly. I'm amazed the towers can withstand.
Don't let up! Hit the Winterborn with everything we've got!
Look at those catapults fly. I'm amazed the towers can withstand the punishment. The Bretons must have used orc crafters, and they built that place to last. But never fear. The Winterborn won't have a fort to protect them for much longer. Kirog summoned the chiefs of Hrothgar to besiege the Winterborn. One of our biggest problems are those Briarheart monstrosities. For every one we kill, 2 more take its place. I know there's a solution, but damn if it doesn't keep eluding us. We need to get inside the fort. Find out where they're spawning those abominations. But the damn harpies! We can't walk 5 steps without becoming bird food. Siege Commander Dolph's working on a plan. I hope it's a good one, for all our sakes. Ha! Now that's a sight! The Briarheart warriors are like the undead, only worse. They talk to each other, think on their own, behave just like any other soldier. But there's no way they're alive. Not with half their chest hanging wide open.
We won't be safe until all of the Winterborn are
I guess you haven't experienced a Winterborn raid yet. You can actually see their foul hearts beating inside their open chests. Except they aren't hearts at all. More like some sort of malignant growth. It's unsettling to see, to say the least.
King Kurog! For Orsinium!
If you don't find the alchemist and destroy those nests, we'll never break this siege. You heard him! For the king! Get down!
No!
Let me go! Damn it!
Looks like
I lose
General
more soldiers
Doof
that
could
way.
use a hand.
You brought the king here? Then welcome to our siege camp. Sorry you had to see those damn harpies at work. I'm not sure King Korog should be walking around out in the open, but I've got a barrel full of my own worries to deal with. If you want to become bird food, I'm not going to stop you. And after losing more soldiers to the harpies, I'm ready to accept any help I can get. Besides, anything is better than what the little wood elf was able to accomplish. Sent her in with a squad of orcs to deal with the harpy nests on the towers. Figured if the nests were on fire, the distraction would allow another squad to get in and put an end to the Briarhearts. But both groups have disappeared without a trace. A volunteer. I appreciate that kind of go-get-em attitude. If you do manage to find either of the missing squads, remind them that they have their orders. I expect them to complete their missions. The outcome of this siege depends on them.
They've stopped. Soldiers, lower your weapons. Looks like reinforcements have arrived. You and the king have come to our aid. We're honored. But we've been trapped in here for too long. We still have a mission to complete. Once again, we underestimated the Winterborn's capabilities. They caught scent of us as soon as we penetrated the walls. Harpies from above, Winterborn from all sides. We lost a lot of soldiers before we were able to take refuge in this tower. We need to get our archer into position to mark the Harpy Eyries so that our catapults can target them and destroy them. We lost all of our archers. The Wood Elf's all we have left. I hope she's as good of a shot as she claims to be. Our squad split off right after we entered the fortress. They're protecting the Breton alchemist who's supposed to be able to put an end to the Briarheart threat. But it doesn't matter if they're dead or alive if we don't deal with the Harpies. If you can clear us a path to the towers, we can get the elf into position so she can loose her signal arrows. Then the catapults can do their work. We need to hurry. We've lost too much time already.
Perfectly good troops to the Winterborn.
Up, Elf. Those harpies aren't going to kill themselves.
But there are so many stairs.
No time for complaints either. We have a mission to complete.
All right, pushy orc. Just tell me when you want me to make the strike. Gusting winds, flying birds trying to eat us, fire everywhere. But that up there, that's a stationary target that needs an arrow in it. Just tell me when you want me to make the strike.
Look at it burn.
I love the smell of this.
Well, that was amazing! We get to do that again.
are secure. Good work, outsider. The wood elf is right behind me.
I'm getting really tired of you orcs trying to leave me be... That's strange. Where did the sergeant go? How typical. Now I know why Orsinium put out that call for help. Well, at least you're still here. Let me know when you want me to light the signal. Do me a favor and don't let any of those filthy harpies get too close. 2 areas destroyed, no problem. Now, let's find the Breton alchemist.
The Winterborn know how to set up a defense. This will be a battle to remember.
And not look back. I recognize that orc standing beside you. That's King Kurog. I'm honored that you and the king came to find me. I just wish you had gotten here sooner, before the rest of my squad was lost. Well, we were supposed to wait until the nests were destroyed before heading inside to find the source of the Briarhearts. But the Winterborn, they found us, overwhelmed the soldiers. I ran. I'm not proud of it, but I'm alive. That's what matters. Someone has to destroy the source of the Briarhearts, and I've dealt with the Reach before. They're a rather unhealthy obsession of mine. I know their beliefs, the way they attune with nature. Those Briarhearts, they're as natural as you and I. I have an inkling, but I need to get inside to confirm it. I need to see how they're applying their magic. That will lead me right to the source of the Briarhearts. But you'll need to keep me alive. A lot of people are counting on me to succeed. There's nothing else we can do out here. Let's get inside.
Oh, good! You found him.
Come, follow me. If my suspicions are correct, we shouldn't have any trouble finding what I'm looking for.
We're all going to die down here, aren't we?
Keep your eyes open. We're looking for a plant or a root. Something that doesn't appear quite natural. Something odd, out of place. Something like this. Now there's something you don't see every day. A tree growing out of a corpse. I'd say this is what we're looking for. This sapling is but a root, however. Small part of a greater whole. Reach magic corrupts nature. It uses its innate properties to forge terrible powers. The Briarhearts require a larger plant to nurture them and make them grow. But this vile sapling is certainly connected. I can feel energy flowing through it. We need to destroy some of these saplings. Cut off their power to weaken the central tree. Once weakened, I can apply an alchemical solution to the central tree, wherever it grows, and hopefully destroy it, roots and all. Reach magic invades nature. the way a plague violates an infirm body. It changes its host, taking hold and letting its corruption grow stronger. It creates defenses, barriers that can't be easily overcome. It needs to be weakened before we lay siege. Find the saplings and burn as many as you can. That will weaken the corruption and make the defenses more fragile. Meanwhile, I'll concoct a potion using clippings from these little ones. Leave the elf here if you would. I could use the protection.
Alchemy has always fascinated me. Or maybe it's just the fire. Fighting, even though you're already defeated. What sad little creatures you are. I'm preparing myself.
going through the ritual period of solitude before they place the Briarheart in my body. Once I take my place as a Briarheart warrior, I will kill you and rain death down upon the orcs who befoul our land. Angry, I am burning with a righteous rage. Once I have joined the ranks of the Briarheart warriors, that anger will fuel my vengeance and bring justice to my people. What haven't the orcs done? They claim land that rightfully belongs to the Reach. They attack and kill my people. They eat food that should be eaten by Winterborn. They are our magic. You will never understand. To receive a Briarheart is a precious gift. What a terrible enemy you are. You don't even know about the source of your own doom. Of course I know about the tree. It gives the sacred fruit life. It is strong, powerful, eternal. It cannot. You think you can destroy our eternal tree with fire and axes? Ah! Your tools are useless! The tree's roots run strong and deep.
Suppose you... maybe... might have seen Alanon on your way back? Maybe? Listen, it wasn't my fault. Alanon sent me to get him some moss that grows on the walls down here. When I got back, the alchemist was gone. Right, that's an excellent plan. But you should take this. Alanon said it was the last ingredient he needed to finish his elixir. I don't see his alchemy bag, so he must have the rest of the components with him. If the tree hasn't eaten them yet. What? No, of course not. At least, I don't think it ate him. But he told me that the Winterborn plant Briarheart seeds in dead bodies. The seed eats the body, sprouts roots, and nourishes the tree. Or something like that. I wasn't really listening. Well, I went that way to gather the moss, so he must have gone the other way. Probably turn right at the bend ahead. Let's split up. We can cover more ground that way. Besides, I kind of feel it's my fault, since I left him alone and all that.
Don't blame the elf. She was just following orders. Tell you the truth, I need more soldiers like her in my army.
It's about time you got here. Do something before I roast up here. Don't just stand there and watch me roast. Do something! What am I doing? I'm being roasted alive. What does it look like I'm doing? What's worse, they have my alchemy bag. The elixir was nearly complete when I stumbled into that Winterborn patrol. No. We're running out of time, and you have a more important task to complete. You have to destroy the central tree, otherwise the Briarheart warriors will eventually overrun the orcs. I'll find a way out of here. Somehow. Find the hag raven that snatched my alchemy bag and grab the elixir. I couldn't wait for Everlee, so I found the moss on my own. Of course, that's when I ran into the Winterborn. Anyway, get the elixir and destroy that tree. Finish this, for me.
There you are. I was looking all over for... Hey! How'd Alanon get up there? That doesn't look very safe. We should get him out of there, but I'm not 100% certain. But I bet I could break the chain holding up the cage with a few well-placed arrows. Sure. Don't worry. I've got this. You don't suppose the cage will shatter on impact, do you? No worries. I never hit anything I'm not aiming at. Well, except for that one time. But that totally doesn't count. I told Bompor not to move. Go on. I'll take good care of the alchemist. Hey, Alanon! I need you to stay very, very still so I can get you down.
With a bow and arrow, the cage will drop into the fire with me inside.
Just make sure you tuck and roll.
On the tree. The Winterborn are on their way. Defend the tree until the elixir does its work. Just don't let the Winterborn get close enough to heal it.
No! Stop the intruders! The tree must not be destroyed!
magic! Keep those healers away from the trees! Commanders, they're counteracting my elixir! Stop them! Keep those healers away from the tree! The Briarheart intruders! Don't let them use their healing magic! Commanders, they're counteracting my elixir! Stop them! Save the Briarheart! Save the Briarheart! Intruders! Keep those healers away from the tree!
Problem solved. Now, let's go take care of Ice.
Let's get out.
Iceheart and the supplies are still in there. We can't leave yet.
I just need to catch my breath. I'll be fine.
They tried to roast you. That's not how we define fine where I come from.
Compared to some of my adventures, this was practically a day at the fair. The wood elf got me out of that cage with a damn fine strike. Damn fine. And you handled the Briarheart tree perfectly. Well done. Indubitably. I watched the roots burn with my own eyes. The siege commander needs to hear about this, so we can press the advantage and put an end to the Winterborn threat. As for me, I'm going to relax. Somewhere in Orsinium with a very large drink. You have your report, soldier. Return to the siege commander, and let's finish off these winterborn bastards.
If you have any questions before we go in there, now's the time.
So, the king of the big children has come to die. Your soldiers failed, Kurog, and so will you.
I love it when my enemies mock me. Helps me work up a good rage.
You treat everything like a joke. That's why the Orcs refuse to follow you. You mock the fallen and dishonor their sacrifices.
Dishonor them? Ha! I'll honor them by separating your head from your body. dead, you cold bastard! Iceheart's blade is mine! Now maybe the clans will finally accept my rule! You don't know how good that feels. Your Von Iceheart is finally dead. Imagine you ate too much, and try as you might, you can't get out that really big belch. Then, finally, you let out a thunderous burp. Yes, that's how I feel right now. For all practical purposes, yes. The remaining Winterborn will put up a fight, but without a warlord, my soldiers should be able to wrap this up in short order. As for me, I can't wait to show off my trophy to the clan chiefs. Yeah, Iceheart's fancy sword. That should prove to the clan chiefs that we killed the warlord. Might even convince the fence-sitters to finally accept me as the rightful king of all the Orsinium. I want to check on the supplies the Winterborn stole from us, and get them ready to transport back to the city. Meet me at the keep when you're finished here. I want you there when I tell the chiefs what we accomplished today. selling? I've got what you need.
I need to find out what happened in the quarry. Where's that elf we hired?
Lend a helping hand.
We didn't come for a servant business. Just here to see Kurog.
I meant no offense, Chief Barzrag. I only seek to spread Trinamac's good words.
Again with these Trinimac lies. Let me show you what Malakat thinks of your stupid words.
Your anger is uncalled for, clan chiefs. Please excuse us, Solgra. I see our champion has returned.
They pulled you into their madness? How disappointing.
As you can see, the clan chiefs can be a contentious lot. They oppose King Kurog at every turn, especially on matters of faith. But tell me, was Kurog successful? Did you defeat the Winterborn warlord? I knew you'd be able to help Kurog in his mission. Perhaps now the other clans will see that Kurog is destined to lead us all. Once all the clans unite, just imagine the power we will wield. The king sent for them. They are a few of the more vocal opponents to my son's plans, and they refuse to bend their knees to him. They are blinded by centuries of custom and tradition. They refuse to see the glory that King Kurog wants to bestow upon us all. Instead, they stick their heads in the mud like a frightened Argonian and pretend that the old ways are so much better. My son wants to free us from the traditions that hold us back. They mire us in outdated notions and restrictions. We need to become a modern society if we want the other kingdoms to respect us, to take us seriously. King Kurog will make that happen.
Excellent! Everyone's here. The time has come. Swear allegiance to me. Orsinium will prosper once the clans unite under my rule.
This again, Kurog? Why should we submit to you this time?
Behold! I wield the Blade of Iceheart. With the help of outsiders, I have vanquished our greatest foe and retrieved the stolen supplies. The chiefs could not stop the Winterborn. Only I have accomplished that.
You ask much, Kurog, to turn away from Malakath, to abandon our most cherished customs.
Basrog, my old friend, your outdated ideas will be the death of me.
Don't tempt us, Kurog. Our traditions won't bend to the will of an idiot chief who decides to call himself
King! Idiot! Chief! I am your king! You would all do well to remember that. Now get out of my sight!
You embark on a dangerous path, Kurog. We won't forget this.
Treasonous bastards! I just saved their ungrateful arses, and this is the thanks I get? I even showed them Iceheart's sword! How can I create a united nation when the chiefs refuse to accept my rule? More often than not, yes. There's always some fool who wants to quote the Code of Malakath or insult my honor. It infuriates me! How can we build a respectable kingdom when we can't even abandon our most ridiculous superstitions? Targak, it was all I could do not to kill all three of those troll lovers. Let Basrog and Dular think about what happened. I only hope they can set aside old traditions and accept the future I envision. Their support would make things much easier. For now, no. Go explore Hrothgar and get to know this great city. Enjoy yourself. When you're ready for a new challenge, find me at my private tavern in the city. I'm sure I'll have something that requires your specific skill set by then.
Three of my comrades remain... I have. Three of my comrades remain somewhere in...
I do, though I've seen better days. The High Kin Lord's power has grown. He would not have been able to escape our predecessors as he has escaped us today. We need to go after him.
Stay down, Keeper! You're injured! If the others yet live, we should find them, then deal with Release, if we can. He has already escaped. I will not suffer further dishonor by losing lives to him.
You're ever the optimist. And Altmer should not fear the end, Syria. I would give the lives of all 4 of us to stop Release. High King Lord will rend Tamriel apart if he gets to the surface. And it will be our fault.
There is a difference between fearing death and throwing your life away, Haroldar. And as long as I lead the Keepers, you will do neither. If the others live, we'll find them.
What delightful folly is this?
You've helped more than I...
Have enlisted an outsider.
You've helped more than I could have... You've helped more.
Fool, there are easier ways to prove your bravery, mortal. Turn back, or you'll share the Keeper's fate.
Hodor! See to him!
By the Empyrean light, let's hope he lives.
I see her. Let's hope she lives. We'll need her before the day is done.
She's going to be fine with a little restoration magic. We should be considering how to handle the High Kinlord.
Even if we defeat him, how do we contain him? He's already escaped once. If we could control Daedric magic, perhaps this wouldn't have happened. What do you think, Sirion? Fight fire with fire?
Stay your tongue, Veranil. You insult your lineage by even thinking it. Does the High Kinlord's fate appeal to you so? We go with my plan and divide his essence among us. He can't escape his prison if he's not whole. We need to, before he is... It's not as... You...
you, Syrian. I don't know how you defeated those Banekin, but I'll be glad to send more. Ah, it's the outsiders. So the Keepers are afraid to face me. Very well. You'll die in their stead. I'm going to enjoy this. Haven't you noticed that the pact I've made protects me from death?
Ignore his words, Keepers. Begin the separation.
I'm not confident this will work, Sirion.
What are you not doing? Oh, I do so love to see magic. Is that what this is? This isn't as grand as the spells I learned from the Daedra. But I don't expect much from mortal all. Remember, children, you'll never keep me here of your own accord. Not when the Daedra fight for me. Perhaps you'd fare better if you had Daedra on your side.
His madness nears delirium. Ignore him, Keepers. Bind the High Kinlord.
By the light Imperium, the Keepers of the Banished Cells hereby condemn Rilis the 12th to imprisonment unending.
Oh my! It looks like you've won! Old Rilis's days of freedom are over, it seems.
I thought you said this bastard wouldn't be able to speak.
He shouldn't be able to achieve coherent thought. We'll have to watch him carefully. You have been in ages past the vilest.
fair prices. Working with wood isn't quite...
selling.